supposed to be for website interactivity. Basically, just making your website, not appear still. But
Yeah, yeah.
then it's transitioned into so many. Now you even have JavaScript that was initially a front end language. You can even develop backend. You know,
Uh-huh.
languages like Node.js, you can even build bots and mobile apps. And so basically, if you want to do, but majorly, the main part of JavaScript is still front end, but they are all under frameworks. So right now, if you are going to do JavaScript, you have to start like you have to learn JavaScript. I think ES6 or thereabouts is the latest iteration. Then you have to pick a framework if you're going to do React or Next or TypeScript. But those are all front end. The end game of those languages is building front end sites, just the front end part. They don't work on back end. So the back end has to be Node.js. That's the only back end part. So if you want to go through JavaScript, if you don't want to do Python, it's going to be Node.js. But personally, I find Node.js a bit complicated. That's just me. I really, because my own JavaScript was kind of rusty, so I find all JavaScript framework, a bit complicated. But if you're able to get JavaScript down, any of their frameworks will be easy for you to handle.
Yeah, I was just asking because that's the class I'm taking right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still with the way the whole world is going, everybody's going to have to pick a JavaScript framework very soon because they are forcing JavaScript on everyone.
Yep.
I You have the choice, but you have to pick JavaScript at some point. It's definitely going to need it. So you just have to get the basic down. If you have the ES6, syntax down, learning any other framework or any other iteration of JavaScript won't be much of a problem.
Yeah, I definitely feel like JavaScript is like has harder syntax than Python.
Yeah,
It's
I hear
used.
people say it's so simple. How is it simple?
I
It's not. It's
people they
not.
see it. It's the way that they see it. Because some people, if you
It's
like
not there.
puzzles,
It's not.
you
It's there. They come out and they say, okay, because normally development is supposed to be HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and they're like, boom, you're developing, and then you start saying you're not conversant with React, and they're like, but React is JavaScript, JavaScript is React. It's not the same thing. And then somebody comes up and says React.js and Next.js are the same thing, or Vue.js and React.js are the same thing. If you know React.js, you can do Vue.js. It doesn't work. It's really, really, really unfair. Like you cannot develop a website right now and not incorporate JavaScript into it. It's really, really not fair.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would understand JavaScript more because I'm just more used to it. But Python does seem easier if you know like everything.
Yeah, if you're strictly back end, it's back end languages are really not that complicated as much as front end. That's my own experience. Like me, PHP for me, PHP was all easy. Like I can actually go a year and not write a line of PHP code, and when I come back, I still know how to navigate um, whatever I see. Python is the same. It's quite straightforward, and you just know this has to do this and this has to do that. But then for things like React, which is front end, you have to wrap something in something, and then it hopes it interact with something somewhere else before it actually displays on the screen. And that's not that's really really it's crazy actually. So, but if you're able to get JavaScript down, you don't have any problems at all.
Yeah, even though I still like know more JavaScript, I still want to learn like Python because it's gonna be really useful in the future.
hmm
Yeah.
definitely.
Python is quite very, very broad. So, um, especially for machine language and AI, it's actually quite handy. So it's a recommended language.
But Jimmy, what are your through this time? Have you outside of high school? Just in home pressure for you to know certain things or certain which job would be your dream job in order for you to one thing you learn to test?
I mean, I always just considered like Microsoft or Google because that's like the highest you could go and like aim for the highest. And basically, it's like the biggest tech company there is. So I just feel it would be like great experience.
Alrighty. But what would you want to be doing at the
I mean, mm, actually kind of hard to think about.
I mean, it's understandable. This is a very, very difficult question to have an answer to. There's so many people that they're in the workforce and they still don't have the answer to that question. So, like,
Um,
what I think we need to have everybody we have fun, but just to learn more your natural affinities, because a lot of when you're focusing on how much money a position will give you and how it challenge you. You need to be very aware what sort of position you away. If it being far away about things now want to through even you know, you naturally like to help people, or you naturally like to tell people what to do, or you like to buy speak all day. Things like that is really good to notice yourself because you could have a job that pays you $1 million a year and you could be very miserable, or you could have a job that covers everything, all of your necessities, but and it'll be every single day if it's your first day there. Well, just keep that. I'll ask that question again. I'll ask everybody that question actually, but just keep that.
yeah, I mean, I guess the most basic answer would be to just make sure the websites run smoothly. I guess, or like if there's another like website that needs to be developed, making sure that is running like up and running. But yeah,
We can give a mock site. Your input on this is I don't think that you saw the other side either. We have a mock site flow. It's they're not really.
yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, but it's really it's it's up there.
I think I looked up like what workflow is, and to me it just looks like just like adding images to a page, which yeah, I don't really.
Oh, actually, what is really great. There's just experience level of what you can. How can I put this? So one thing I don't like about what is you. It's back. You have you'll have like a huge one block, and you have to identify what like at it. But dealing with the back end of it, right and content in it. For front end, it's quite rather simple. Other website in about 10-15 minutes. When it comes to SEO, such an application, that's where things get a little bit tricky. So, of our live everyone's ever gonna get a chance to play around next coming. I think that'll give everybody more of an idea of like why it's a little bit difficult putting people on our website. The way don't like the way that Webflow coding on the back end because there's so many wait, yeah.
Generic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because of the templates with which they actually create all their sites. It's like when you're creating a site, you get a whole block of code that does the same thing, and then you're gonna have to be the one to personalize it to your own requirement. It's the same thing for WordPress. But then for WordPress, you're going to now have to hire developers who probably have to write your PHP or your Laravel code behind. For Webflow, I'm not really sure if I don't know what their backend is actually written in or which language you can actually add, but it's almost the same thing. It's just you have really huge lines of code that does the same thing front end, and then you might not really want to get into editing then one at a time because of how much they're all interwoven together. So it's all generic. So, but then having to now write those codes behind, you have to find out which place to actually put in the codes that you want to do, what you want. And so it gets a bit, cumbersome. I mean, if it's a site that you built from scratch or that somebody else built from scratch using, conventional languages, you might just have to go through to a particular line and then you edit to what you want, or you remove and you just put in a new block of code. But for sites like WordPress and Webflow, it's not that, because if you take out a whole block of code, the website might actually crash because those things are always doing something in relation to something else. But that's just the issue with the backend.
Yeah, that is the head. One thing, and then it was push everything offset. You could be so confident, you think this has to be, and all of a sudden, but you let me make sure that I get everybody's placements out to them. Jimmy, David, for me, all of you can hang out in here if you would like to. This meets is so.
No, I just was listening just to learn.
All good. All good.
Okay, so regarding the website, I think we'll have to discuss more on that between you and I, and to see if there's a way we can, even if it's not on Webflow, if we can if it's a template, probably get a template from the internet and probably launch it somewhere so they can actually get their hands in and just see how lines of code works, even if it's just basic.
Sorry to interrupt, David. Go ahead. There's actually information. I don't know if I should, but there's a project that last year's CS4All interns were working on. So I can just have them build on one of it, like a site map project. But I'm only saying all of this to say that there's another website, like there's a third one on our dashboard that she was using to teach them, have them kind of play around in. And so I might just have everybody check that one out first and then go to our site. Because I think I was the one that built it initially, and other people came in and added certain pictures and graphics. And I don't know what happened between those 2 points, but like, I'm that portion of trying to clean up the code that we have, because there are lines in there that that don't do anything, that generally don't do anything. But they're connected to other whatchamacallsums, to other portions of the site. I just have to clean up that one. But the mock one that I've finished, I play around in chat that actually.
Okay, no problem.
Today, it shouldn't take too long. Just I'll share it with you.
Okay, all right.
Oh, you're learning how to draw, Jay?
Yeah. At first it says go to whiteboard, but I don't, it doesn't work for me. So I just tried it, and then I noticed that there's these two icons near me, like right here.
Yeah, the
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
to yeah, that's set up. It'll do a pass through. First time you use it.
Oh. Just trying out. It's quite cool, to be honest.
Good. I'm glad you like it. So, anything else for today?
Oh,
No
no.
questions.
Nice.
Yeah, just still curious about my position.
Yes, there's a huge document heading to everybody shortly. I'm gonna have to push that back to about 1:30. That email will come out at 1:30.
Wait, for the work, like, what do you exactly do the assignment?
I just make sure that everyone is getting their hours. I got to make sure that I set up sort of a syllabus for everyone. So I want to. We don't want to have you like doing nothing. And so we're just. I'm going to schedule of like weekly deliverables for what should be done. Where to save these files. Connect you with. Set up and everyone to the people that they'll be reporting to. Of it is just going to make sure that we have all of your talents that you wanted more back end stuff, like that communication is helpful, and it's information like that that helps us make sure that we plan everything for you guys.
Oh yeah. For me, like, I am interested in backend, but it doesn't like have to be specific to websites. I'm also good for like programming, like actual programs. So yeah. Also,
Yeah, tell
is
us everything. That's the whole point. It's like we don't want to just stick you in one place. Like we want to make sure that you experience different areas of tech because it is just so huge. It's just you do like I said, we really need your feedback. Don't lie. If there's is just too much, especially with and ST school and stuff like that, we're never gonna reprimand you for just telling us how you feel, you know, and giving that's not any of us needs to have. So don't ever feel shy to say anything or speak up because we again the help you is if we know.
Yeah. So like the world building, is it like group work or like how's it organized?
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. It should be group work. But on which world you want because we have what you focus. We're noticing is most likely going to be desktop. Doing a world building, you have to be in the headset. That cannot be done on a desktop, unfortunately. But that's more in the world that we're building because, yeah, I think everyone will get ready. But we're game show, like a show. because, story short, and partner people here with that already work feature that world in worlds, and so we'd love to have the people that are working on that have it attached to it and kind of to the real world and say like this in a Facebook featured world.
Wait, do we need Facebook for that or?
No, if you're in here, you don't need.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and if anything, once you get the headset, it'll be really straightforward.
So do I have that assignment or I don't have it because I have Roberto?
No, we have you split. We're trying to. You're gonna go.
Okay.
I did have an building, but it was more on the front end. But now that I know that you are, see where I put.
Wait, like, how does
the coding?
How does front end like role basing compared to like the website front end?
Honestly, I don't. I'm definitely going to need everyone's opinion on that. The feedback we've gotten so far is that building inside the headset is kind of, it's fun at first, but then after being in it for about 30-45 minutes, because you're spinning yourself and smaller and adding certain things, actually it's really exhausting, just mentally, and like a lot of people have commented on how it makes them feel like not sick, but they'll get nauseous. That's
Dizzy.
out of
like dizzy from like spinning around.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain. Because you're not really spinning around. It's just you're in the world builder. You have like it's certain like the world, and all of it is just myself only doing some. Don't get just because yeah, it's not it makes you feel nauseous. It's really it's much. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You'll give it out. This month is sort of try much and see where everyone's comfortable doing. This is our feed, just telling us what you are interested in. Out and you love working the project, and then we might just have you work on that. You might say, you know what, I want to split my time even with. We just want to make sure we get everybody sort of get everyone a schedule by the end of the month, so that the next 2 months are a breeze.
So like we're able to like switch around, like we're not like stuck in one position.
Well, you're dedicated with Roberto. That'll be a dedication.
Yeah.
But with us, yeah, you're more than welcome to hop around.
Okay.
Because that's going to teach you how to communicate effectively with the team.
Okay.
I don't know why I said it like that. Shinji?
Yeah, it does.
All right. Do we have any more? Keep them coming.
I think that's all of it. I asked a lot.
That is absolutely fine. Ask a million more. I don't mind.
Yeah, I think that's all of it.
And you do know, just reach out to us via email. Apologize for taking so long. I'm still looking for an assistant to help me because I have about show you all. I have about 4,000 emails I still need to get through. And that number, even if I check 1,000 a day, that number doesn't dwindle. So thank you for your patience. And yeah, it's 1:06. Let me so everyone gets their hours in. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I appreciate you, each and every single whenever you're awesome. And I'm so excited for everyone to be able to get in here soon.
Yeah, Jay was like messing around the entire time. It looks fun.
It's a blast. It's
Oh, I'm trying to figure out some stuff. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All good. David, can you and I chat? Does that work?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Awesome. I'll talk to you later.
Awesome. I'll get off now. Have a great
Okay.
day.
All right. Have fun.
Have a great day.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Oh.
Wait, how do you exit here?